Hey guys, and welcome to your daily mobility flow. I hope you're crushing your week, and I hope your quads are kind of tight, because that's what we're going to start with. We're going to go into our lunge, but we're going to add this foot here. It's more about this back leg position, back knee position than the front. If you need to hold on to something to support yourself, that's totally fine. We're just going to work, drop that hip down, add the foot. And you can kind of control the stretch by backing off or laying it on. We're going to hit this for about 30 seconds per side. My quads are tired. I bought a road bike today. I've never really owned a road bike. I've had mountain bikes my whole life. And I used to bike 2 miles to the pool when I was a kid and 2 miles home. Like that was just what we did. It was 2.1 miles to the pool. We just rode our bikes. Like that's how we got there. But never really had anything like on the road. I've done a triathlon before, but just used my dad's old heavy steel bike or whatever that was in high school. All right, let's switch sides. And yeah. So recently, the amount of time I've been able to commit to working out has gotten smaller. It's gotten more difficult to spend as much time in the gym as I used to. Mobility flows is one of the reasons. But really long before mobility flow. So I've long before mobility flow even, I started considering, that's how I should say. All right, we're gonna switch back. I started considering buying a bike and riding to work some days. Mostly to work, my work is the gym, but not necessarily riding to work out and then riding home. But just riding to work, it's like 6 miles. It's really not a big deal. In road biking land, that's not that far, 6 miles. I thought this might be a nice reprieve sometimes, some days when the weather's nice. And it's close enough, 6 miles. I said that one time. You know, if I need somebody to come pick me up and take me home because it rains or something, switch. It's not that big of a deal. Well, during quarantine, I didn't really need to drive anywhere. So there's really no motivation to lean into it. Now that bikes are all overpriced and everybody wants one because people have been stuck in quarantine for 4 months, I bought one today. I had to drive about an hour to get it. But it's pretty nice. I like it. I mean, I literally know nothing about bikes. Normally, I am the guy who does all of the research. Like, all of the research. All right, go ahead and rest. Grab a pillow if you have one. I'm going to use one of mine. You don't have to use a pillow. I like it. I'll keep that one close just in case I want both. We're going to hit your hamstrings. We're going to go feet together. We don't do this one a ton, but it's really useful. So we'll go feet together, legs straight out in front. We want to take a pillow. It doesn't have to be this big, and kind of curl it in and hug it, and then lean it over and just relax. The reason for the pillow is so that I don't have to fight to like hold myself up to reach down. I can just give myself something to brace on and just relax into it. And we're just going to hold this for about 90 seconds. Okay, it might even be helpful to sit on a pillow and then lean over, but you can just play it by how you feel. You could even stand and do this if you wanted. It's just sometimes the more relaxing option is the more beneficial option in stretching. Not always, but sometimes. So normally, I am the guy who does 20 hours of research before he ever makes a decision about anything. That's probably an exaggeration. I don't think that's the way that works, under exaggerating, but that's probably what that is. Like Like normally I will learn everything about everything, learn exactly what I want, what I need, what the best bang for the buck is, what isn't worth paying for, and I'll pull the trigger, you know? And I say pull the trigger very slowly, like terrified to make a mistake. You know, wanting just to make it count, especially for a purchase like a bike, where I'm probably not going to buy another bike for maybe 10 years. I mean, I don't know, maybe never. So normally that's who I am, but not this time. I mean, bikes are kind of hard to come by right now, even in the private market. So I found a bike. It's a Cannondale. I always wanted a Cannondale growing up. I don't know why. Just felt like the kids who were better at mountain biking than me had Cannondales. You should still be stretching, by the way. And I don't know, there's the frames. I just liked Cannondales. I always really wanted one in a mountain bike, really. But I found a Cannondale. It's a CAAD 10. Maybe that's called CAD 10. I'm actually not really sure. It's like a 2013, so it's a couple years old, obviously, but I like it. It's nice. It's kind of quick. I went to and from the gym today. 6 miles there, worked out, and then 6 miles home. And I averaged like 18 miles an hour, which I don't know if that's like good or bad or terrible or normal or like I don't know anything about it. I don't know what's good. All right, go ahead and rest. And let's pigeon. Square one up. Turn towards your camera. Square up your chest. Look in the camera, smile. So yeah, I don't know anything about it. I wanted something that if I wanted to do longer rides, or I have no plans of competing on a bike in any way, form, fashion, none. I'm just not that guy. But, you know, I have buddies who ride. I have a friend who just finished riding for Navy, like the Naval Academy in college, and you know, I got some other friends who ride dirt bikes pretty competitively in like the 3-hour dirt bike races. So they pretty much always bike a lot to stay in shape in the off season. So I figured if I'd like to be able to, I don't even know if I could hang, truthfully, but I'd like to be able to go and, you know, my bike not be the problem. But also I'm not looking to spend like a couple $1,000s on a bike. Let's be honest. If you can buy a car for that price, that's too much bike for me. All right, switch. I'm not that guy. I'm not a gear guy. This shirt was free. I think these socks were free. I can't remember if my shorts were free or not. My buzz cut was free. I'm just not that guy. You know, I'm not a gear guy. I think gear is cool, but I'm not the guy who wants to show up and have whatever the best is. I'd rather show up and be the guy who put in the most work. Or the guy who showed up to have fun because he doesn't take it as seriously as everybody else. Those kind of, I prefer to be in one of those two camps. So, yeah. I mean, that's just kind of how I am. All right, go ahead and rest. We're going to go to the bottom of the squat. In fact, you don't even have to squat if you don't want to. We're just going to work your ankles. So we're going to press the knee down. I'm not even going to squat. I'm just going to kind of half kneel like this, but it'll be more beneficial for you to see it from this angle. And I'm just going to work this ankle down to the ground. I think you guys are just getting the post cycling mobility today. Trying to loosen it up from being on the bike. So, yeah, anyways, that's my story. That's what I had to tell you today. I bought a bike and I rode my bike, and that's all. So, anyways, Hopefully this fall, while the weather's nice, I'll stick to it and I'll keep riding to work some. And I just wanted a easy way to kind of continue building my fitness switch without having to spend more time in the gym. You know, it takes me 10 minutes to drive to work. What is 20 minutes? You know, it took me 20 minutes and 30 seconds to ride to work, aka the gym, from home today. 20 minutes and 30 seconds. That's it. Like 10 minutes in the car, 11 minutes in the car minimum, other than like setup time, making sure I have what I need to take with me. Like, that's nothing. That's literally nothing. So, you know, hopefully this fall when it's pretty, I'll be all about it, and I will not ride in the winter. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not that guy. One of my buddies who wants to go into the military, let's do both sides twice, a switch, was like, oh man, just wait until you do one of the winter rides with the wind. It's worse than swimming at 6 a.m. in the winter. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing either of those. That doesn't sound fun. You know, it just sounds like misery for the sake of misery. I'm all for misery for the sake of progress. Let's go. But misery just because it sucks? Nah, fam, I'm not that guy. All right, switch. So, you won't get a ton. Maybe midday use in the winter on days where the sun is shining. You know, I could do cold rides, but the sun's gonna need to be out. It's gonna need to be pretty. And rest. All right, we're gonna go into your least favorite and my favorite. The greatest stretch of all time, in my personal opinion. You guessed it. The greatest stretch of all time is reclining hero. We're gonna sit back on your feet, walk your elbows back. If you can, you might be here with your hands, you might be with your elbows. Don't force anything, it's not the right idea. And I'm actually going to conclude the video as we start this stretch, and you can spend as long or as short of a time here as you want. I'm probably going to do about 2 minutes, but if you want to spend 30 seconds, or if your ankles are killing you already, that's okay. Come back tomorrow. We'll take care of it. Yeah. Open yourself up. Ankles, knees, hips, low back. Do your thing. And thank you for being here. I appreciate you. This feels like a great way to end it. Stay in this position for as long as you want. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Just make sure you take your time getting out of it. Don't be in a hurry. Later.